I have finished the story of the Honeyglow Woods and done a lot of the friendship quests for Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore, and Piglet. And the things I know now, I wish I had known at the start. So this video is going to be a list of helpful tips and tricks to help you on your adventures in the Honeyglow Woods, whether you're just starting out or you're further into the content. I will also try to make sure these tips are as spoiler-free as possible, but some light spoilers are inevitable, so watch at your own risk. Tip number 1. Don't vacuum all the honey swirls right away. I would advise against using the ancient vacuums to vacuum up the honey swirls until you are done with the storyline quests in a given area. Sometimes the quests will require you to clear them. If you accidentally do, like when the story asks you to clear the swirls in front of Piglet's house, you can clear any swirls in other sub-biomes and they will count. Tip number 2. Feed the hedgehogs anytime you see them. The classic hedgehog is in the Drowsy Bloom Acres all day every day. The green hedgehog is in the Gloom Meadow from 12 AM to 12 PM every day. The yellow hedgehog is in the Braveheart Grove from 12 PM to 12 AM every day. As in, the green and yellow hedgehogs will swap places each day and will never be out at the same time. The orange hedgehog is the rarest of the four, only available on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays from 12 PM to 12 AM. Their favorite food is golden honey, but I would advise against feeding them your honey because they will also accept any fruit. I used juniper berries since they are fairly abundant. The golden honey is a time-gated resource, so you don't want to waste it. Tip number 3. Construct bee boxes as soon as you find them. As soon as you find bee box pieces, construct them and place at least 6 flowers around them to get them to start generating golden honey. This resource is time-gated and is required for a lot of the quests in the adventure pack, as well as most of the furniture and recipes. If you have a lot of excess of non-Honeyglow Woods flowers, I would max out the amount of flowers able to be placed in the bee box's radius and refrain from using Honeyglow Woods flowers at all, as you will need to collect a lot of these for quests and craftables. Flowers with smaller footprints like the ones from Eternity Isle or Storybook Vale, or sunflowers from the base game, will allow you to maximize the amount of flowers in each box's radius. This way, if some of them dry out, your bee box is still producing the maximum amount of honey and not stopping, unless of course all the flowers dry out or it hits the 6 honey cap. This will also be very helpful for collecting memory orbs for watering dry flowers, because flowers around the bee boxes will dry out much more often than regular flowers. If you open the map, it will tell you how much golden honey each bee box has produced. Try not to leave them at 6 honey for too long, as they will not produce more until you empty the box. You can tell the box isn't producing at a glance because the flowers will not have the golden sparkles around them. Tip number 4. Open the stall and plant the new crops as soon as you see the shopping list. Very early on, you will see a shopping list on the ground in the Drowsy Bloom Acres, near a rundown stall. Use it to interact with the stall and repair it. There will be quests that require food made with the crops sold there fairly early on, so the sooner you plant them, the better. I would also recommend harvesting them with a gardening villager hanging out with you to maximize your yields. Tip number 5. Interact with the green chests. You may notice green chests embedded into the walls in some of the biomes and might be wondering how to get them out. Simply walk up to them and interact with them and place driftwood in them, and they will pop out of the wall. This is how you get all the new clothing items that were featured in the showcase. Tip number 6. Bring your level 10 villagers to the woods. At first, villagers from Dreamlight Valley or the other DLCs will not be able to enter the Honeyglow Woods. Once you've done the first few quests and welcomed Winnie the Pooh to the valley, villagers will be able to come to the woods. As soon as they can, toggle on one villager for each role because you will be doing a lot of resource gathering throughout the quests and for crafting. The most crucial one to have is a mining companion because soft limestone was the resource I ran out of most frequently, followed by maple leaves and flowers, but these respawn fairly quickly. Tip number 7. Use ancient vacuums. If you have access to the Rift in Time DLC, I would strongly advise having an ancient vacuum on hand for quick gathering and clearing of honey swirls. I used an advanced vacuum, but a regular one should get you everything you need except for the oak leaves. Those can only be picked up with an advanced vacuum. Also keep in mind that Pooh's thoughtful spot in the Drowsy Bloom Acres and the area around the entrance to the Everoak tree in the Gloom Meadow will be out of reach from the vacuums, so you will need to gather the resources from these areas separately. Tip number 8. Keep all resources close. I went into the Honeyglow Woods with an empty inventory and kept everything I gathered. I never had to unload my pockets since I also had 2 level 5 companions with me the whole time as well for increased bag space. This made it much easier to do quests and give Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore, and Piglet their daily favorite gifts because their requested items are exclusively items from the Honeyglow Woods. If for some reason you do fill up your inventory, I would suggest having storage set up in the Honeyglow Woods for quick access. I don't plan to move any Honeyglow Woods resources to my storage island until I have fully completed the adventure pack. Tip number 9. Move the fruit trees and bushes together. There are chestnut trees and juniper bushes in every biome. I would suggest moving these all to one location near a well for ease of gathering until you feel you have enough. I also did the same thing with my bee boxes. They are all in one place to make gathering more efficient. Tip number 10. Use presets to switch critters. Since you will be doing a lot of gathering, having 2 level 5 critter companions with you will be very helpful. To make switching between them easier, you can create presets for each of the roles: mining, fishing, foraging, gardening, and digging. Time bending is not something that can be done in the Honeyglow Woods. Tip number 11. How to get around the wall crack bug. During the Braveheart Grove section of the Everoak tree, you will be asked to open a crack in the wall with your pickaxe, but the crack in the wall is bugged. You have to hit it from the exact right angle, but it is doable. You need to stand in this exact spot at this angle to get it to work. Tip number 12. Place a crafting and cooking station in the Nectar Apiary. All biomes have a crafting station and cooking station except for the final zone, the Nectar Apiary. So I would recommend placing one of each there, as the final batch of quests still involve a bit of cooking and crafting. Tip number 13. Place stalls as soon as you can. You can place all the stalls in Honeyglow Woods, so as soon as this is available, place them so that you can maximize the amount of resources you get. The gem stall also has a chance to give you onyx. Kristoff and Aladdin's stalls has smaller inventories than they have in the base game and DLCs. Also keep in mind that placing any of these stalls will make them permanent fixtures in the Honeyglow Woods, and they won't be removable, so place at your own risk. Tip number 14. The Honeyglow Woods Scrooge Store has its own stock. Despite Gameloft calling this a portal, the Scrooge Store is a fully separate store from the other 4. It has its own stock and is where you will need to go for the new Winnie the Pooh Scrooge shop items. I would recommend building this at the same time the game prompts you to build Chez Remy. Tip number 15. Play Pooh Sticks every day. There are furniture and clothing rewards for playing Pooh Sticks daily as well as for winning. This game doesn't provide that much friendship with villagers, so the items you get from it are really the only reason to do it. And that is all my tips for the Honeyglow Woods. If you found this helpful, please leave a like and subscribe for more Dreamlight Valley content. I hope you've enjoyed the DLC as much as I have. I'm definitely hoping they make adventure packs a regular occurrence, as I feel like this is the most well-received DLC they've ever done, and will allow them to explore franchises they might not have done otherwise. But for now, thanks for watching and see you next time!